Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Ashiarai English School YouTube channel. My name is Casey and I'm joined as always by our yokai expert, Andy.
Hi everyone.
Andy, what kind of yokai are you going to tell us about today?
Well, Casey, I noticed that you have green fingers.
What do you mean? My fingers are very green.
No. It's an idiom. If we say that someone has green fingers or a green thumb in American English, it means that they're very good at gardening and all their plants will grow very well.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, I saw you doing some gardening out on the balcony today.
That's right, I love gardening. But what has that got to do with yokai?
Well, it got me thinking. We've looked at many kinds of yokai in this series, such as prophesizing yokai,
Amabiye and others.
food yokai,
The kawaii was really disgusting.
household yokai,
The Ashiarai-yashiki was really stinky.
pint-sized yokai,
That was small but really strong.
king-sized yokai,
They were all too big.
musical yokai,
They were too noisy.
and finally, friendly yokai.
They weren't so friendly.
That's true. Anyway, it made me realize that we never looked at plant yokai.
Plant yokai? Is there really such a thing?
Oh yes, there's every kind of yokai that you can imagine.
Wow! I love plants and gardening. Please tell me all about them.
Okay. Kitty, our first plant yokai is the Basho no sei.
That looks like a normal basho tree.
There's no such thing as a normal basho tree.
What do you mean?
Well, the basho tree, or Japanese banana tree, is a real yokai tree.
Are you serious?
I'm totally serious. If you take a look at this picture by Toriyama Sekien, you can see that faces appear among the leaves.
Oh, what do they do?
Well, the faces just surprise people.
So they aren't really harmful?
That depends. The women of Ryukyu would never walk amongst basho trees after 6 p.m.
Why is that?
Well, they believed that they would meet either a monster or a handsome young man beneath the leaves. After that, they would give birth to a demon child with tusks or fangs every year.
Wow, that's so scary. What would happen if we walked among the basho trees after 6 p.m.?
Well, it is said that the Basho no sei can also appear as a beautiful woman.
What happens then?
I have no idea, and I'm not going to try to find out what happens either.
Me neither. Which plant yokai are you going to tell us about next, Andy?
Well, next I'd like to tell you about the Tsubaki no rei.
Oh, is that a Tsubaki tree?
That's right, Tsubaki trees have long been associated with death in Japan. That's why it's taboo to take Tsubaki flowers to hospitals or give them to sick people.
Oh yes, I've heard that. Is that because the whole flower falls off rather than petal by petal?
That's right, and it's also believed that when a Tsubaki tree reaches a certain age, its spirit, the Tsubaki no rei, can leave the tree and take the form of a beautiful woman.
I'm guessing that isn't good.
Not if you believe an old legend from Yamagata Prefecture.
Oh, I have a feeling that you're going to tell us that legend, aren't you?
Oh, yes I am.
Oh, I was afraid you were going to say that.
Once upon a time, long ago, two merchants were walking along a mountain road in Yamagata Prefecture. When they passed a Tsubaki tree by the side of the road, a beautiful young woman suddenly appeared walking beside them. Surprised, they stopped and asked where she had come from. In response, she leaned close to one of the merchants and breathed on him. In that instant, he was transformed into a bee. While his friend watched on in horror, the woman walked back to the Tsubaki tree and disappeared inside it. The bee flew after her and landed on one of the Tsubaki tree's beautiful flowers, but the scent of the flower was poisonous, and the bee fell down onto the ground. The flower then dropped off the tree and landed next to the bee. Not knowing if his friend was alive or dead, the merchant quickly took the bee and the flower to a nearby temple and told the head monk all that had happened. The monk prayed earnestly over the bee, but he could neither save its life nor restore it to human form. His face wet with tears, the merchant buried the bee and the flower together.
That was a very strange story, Andy.
Yes, very strange.
Do you think it was true?
Of course. Anyway, our next plant yokai...
Wait. I think I've had enough of creepy plant yokai for today.
Okay.
I'm going to be careful not to walk too near any Basho or Tsubaki trees from now on.
And I think you should check that there aren't any weird yokai plants in your garden. If you've enjoyed learning all about plant yokai, please give this video a like.
And click the subscribe button below to make sure you don't miss any of our new yokai videos.
See you next time.
See you!